Leslie here with Parenting Paused, another week to share with you some of my parenting insights that I've learned in the 24 years I've been parenting. And this week, let's talk about creating a foundation for our children's development. I found this so incredibly challenging because I didn't have a really strong foundation inside myself. And I don't know about you, I had a fantasy about a foundation and what that looked like, but I didn't really know how to create a foundation for my self-awareness, for my self-compassion, for kindness to me, to really be with myself, especially around my vulnerability and my emotions. So of course, in trying to create a foundation for my daughter, it was pretty false in a way, because every time that she didn't do what I wanted her to do or didn't act the way I wanted her to act, my foundation was shaky. I wasn't able to stay in myself and create that healthy separation that's required to have that foundation for our children. So let's really penetrate that. Take a moment and just pause. And if you imagine that you are the house for your children in a way, that it's really critical that your foundation is stable. And that's all of the Pure Joy work. We are working with where are the cracks in our foundation. And of course, I believe that we all have cracks in our foundation. I mean, not everybody has all the stability in the world. I don't see that as negative, and yet I see that as a place for us to turn back in instead of trying to get our children to make sure that our foundation feels okay the way it is, right? So if we spend all of our time and our energy looking outside and trying to create this foundation for our children, but ours is unstable, in my experience, it did not work out because my daughter was dependent on my foundation being strong, my self-kindness to myself being strong, my all of the things that I wanted her to have. My regulation was strong. My capacity not to take things personally was strong. That I had a strong foundation in being honest with myself, and I wasn't looking to her all the time to make sure that I didn't feel threatened. And let me tell you, I felt pretty darn threatened a lot of times by my daughter's behavior. I don't know about you, but that was an indicator. Every time that I felt emotionally triggered, I got to see where there was a crack in my foundation. So instead of asking her to fix that or change that or keeping that foundation and trying to parent her from that place, I decided that I was going to go inside and actually examine and inquire into that crack in the foundation and see if I could stabilize myself. So this is my encouragement. If you notice that you are very, very focused on creating a foundation for your children, first of all, check into your foundation. And the way you'll know you have cracks is if you are getting emotionally triggered all the time by your children's behavior. Remember, their foundation is not really strong yet. They're not going to be able to support you to be all the parent that you want to be, which was what I was hoping my daughter would do. So remember, they're very young. They're just building their foundation, and it's really important for them. I found, or it was really important for my daughter, that I established a strong foundation of kindness and love for myself. So take some time this week. Check it out inside yourself. If you notice that you're getting very activated and triggered, spend a little time with yourself and just inquire, how is my foundation doing? And if I find some cracks, maybe I want to patch those up a little bit. Maybe I want to go down there and just really be with myself and solidify the foundation in my heart and in my being so I can actually be there for my kids in that way. All right, lovies, I hope you have a fabulous week, and I'll see you next week on Parenting Paused. Thank you for listening to this episode of Parenting Paused. If you enjoyed the episode, do me a favor and share it with your mama friends. You can also leave a review wherever you listen, which will support getting the Pure Joy message out. Come on over to the Pure Joy Parenting Practice Facebook page or join me on Instagram to hear more. And don't forget to download your free copy of the Safe Seat course on the Pure Joy website. And while there, check out the offerings page to go deeper in the Pure Joy work.